Not too bad. How are you?
Hello. Happy belated birthday, Gunther.
Thank you.
Happy birthday!
Thanks. Yeah, it was a pretty good day all in all, even though I had to work. Buddy show up and just a little bit before lunch, and he knocked on my door. Wouldn't answer. It was like, oh hey, what's going on? He's like, hey, happy birthday! Come on, I'm taking you to lunch. It's like, oh sweet. So he took me to lunch, and then just come back and finish out the day, and then I went and had dinner with some other friends.
That's nice.
Very nice.
Yep. And I heard this crazy rumor that Jim was going to give us all 10 XP for my birthday.
I'm pretty sure I think I can give everybody a Gunther birthday surprise.
Hey, my birthday was just recently too, but no, he spoiled me rotten.
You got a trip to Bisbee, all expenses paid, and all the booze you could drink.
Yeah. It was fun.
So how's everybody doing?
Good.
Doing okay.
Living the dreams.
Let's get the dice pool cleared and force some updates.
Off to a good start there.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh gee.
Jonanog.
Not a Lena rolling dark side. What?
Our Jedi has gone kind of dark.
Oh.
Wow. See, I am the only good one here.
You are.
As the camera starts to descend down on a very familiar planet, as we see your ship kind of do the whole skittering down to come to a landing, and you just hear the dun 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 dun, and it screen swipes to your client very happily petting Uma on the back, seeing her very nice, super fresh Nerf steaks. Because you know what the butcher shop says, it's Nerf or it's nothing. I can never say that enough.
Wow.
And I believe Uma was going to bring up that we had some extra that we'd sell at a partial discount, right?
I think so. I can't remember.
I know that we got extras for taking out that.
Yes, we did.
Yep. And I believe the plan was to try to sell most of them if the client was interested.
Yep.
What, you're not going to have barbecue on every planet you land on for the next 5 sessions?
No, because the steaks will go bad before then. We've already determined that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Only so good at premium first premium time, so.
Yeah.
Only the best.
You don't want to have them flash frozen.
Keep a few for us to enjoy on the trip back, and sell the rest if we can.
Money's tasty too.
Put them in carbonite.
Oh, there you go.
Talk about flash frozen.
Yep.
Why is my steak blind when I first defrost it? Your steak has carbonite poisoning.
Well, that'd be good for assassinations. Here.
It's okay. Cybernetic livers are a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you guys' plan is your client is super happy you're back on time because, Janong's course was really kick-ass.
Profit.
That's like step 5 or 6, right?
Yeah, no, first step, underpants, second step, don't know, question mark, and then third step, profit.
Okay, so what is your guys' plans?
Well, let's see. Do we drop it off? Are there any jobs that are there?
Wait, we're not gonna go immediately back and fuck up that Sith?
I think that was the after we sell the steaks, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty
That's what I
sure
mean,
your
like-
client is like super interested in keeping you interesting folks around and having you go to the party as favors. I mean, totally having you go to the party as a favor.
I see what you did there.
Waka waka. Hey, can I buy a what was I wanting? Oh yeah. Multi-optic sight here.
If you have the cash, yes, that's not a restricted item.
I have the cash.
You can totally walk by the nearest gun shop and pick one up.
I'll do 2 then. I'll do 1 for the rifle and 1 for the pistol.
Why not? Matching set.
Why not?
Because we've been told, thanks to Star Wars, rifle scopes belong on a pistol.
Yeah.
Right.
What's a pistol model?
Yeah.
The longest eye relief scope ever.
Yeah, but now I get rid of all the. Oh, you want to shoot at nighttime? Here's 14,000 black dice. Now I'm like, I got a multi-optic sight.
Now every fight will be during the daylight. That way you can flip through the optics to see the blood in different colors.
Exactly.
He thinks he's all special since he put a point into like the skill now.
Actually, I still haven't done that. Like I've got almost all my computer skills almost maxed out, or all my like intelligence skills maxed out. I still have yet to put anything into gunnery. So I've got some badass weapons that can shoot pretty good, but I can't hit shit.
Yeah. Operation of said guns, totally different situation.
You can swing it around all intimidating, like, intimidating your friends.
I'm a techie guy, man. I can look good. I can look menacing. Not really, but I got a good. You see this scope, boy? I can shoot you. Just don't.
I will shoot you where you stand.
So the second question is, do you have the skills to bluff?
Well, so that's where Uma comes in. You see that guy? That's Janong. He's the best sniper in 10 parsecs. If you don't do exactly what I say, he gonna end you by his pretty little lizard tail.
I swear by my pretty floral bonnet, I will end you.
So the question is are you getting out of an invitation to the party?
And this is the same guy, huh?
This is the same lady that hired you guys.
Not the guy that introduced us to the Sith and the Jedi at his party.
Yeah. This is the lady who wanted the Nerf stakes that Uma negotiated quite well with her.
Yep.
And Uma and her kind of had a thing there, powerful woman to powerful woman.
I'm all for going for the party if you guys don't mind, or I mean, if you guys would prefer, we can, just leave.
And as you can see, no one's obligations came up.
Yeah, I'm all about going to the party, except for I just don't want to go to the party. I can stay in the ship, around the ship engine.
So we split the party.
Somebody shot it.
So
we'll just assume that while you're talking to party lady, I'm meditating on the ship. Because my preference is going to be.
We want to go back after the Sith.
The Jedi would absolutely, yes, want to go after the Sith.
Yeah, but I need to fix the engines. So I'm going to need time to fix the engines. So go ahead and go to the party.
You have to sit and listen to that other Sith sit there and drone on.
Well, remember, this is a totally different party, but you met your client at that original party. So she might have similar guests come along.
Yeah, that's my concern.
Or she
Or
totally
should we
could
keep a low profile?
It's up to you. I'm just your gank.
I'm
All
just
right,
ganking along.
Well, Alina, we have to wait for the repairs, so let's go ahead and hit the party.
I'd like how you throw the we out there. Okay, so
stay on the ship and meditate.
Okay, I guess we're splitting the party.
So is there any crits on the ship that Janong should worry about, since you have a nice, cool, indoor, shaded dry dock that your client wanted to make sure it was refrigerated, so when the nerf stakes came off your ship, they wouldn't get shocked by the hot, humid air? Because she took such lovingly care when,
We do have a critical. It's the ship's maximum speed reduced by 1. Yeah.
That's kind of important.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
So is Janong going to try to fix that?
Oh yeah, that's easy. Well, yeah, I'm gonna try.
And Uma, what is the difficulty in purple dice for that crit?
3.
Ooh.
I have every faith in Janong.
You have every faith in him.
I do.
And only one light side point to spend.
Yeah. I don't need it.
Okay, go ahead and make your mechanics check as you're trying to fix whatever that was. And because Janong the Mighty Brain, Janong of the 4 lobes, you completely succeed in getting the crit as well as some advantage. What would you like to do that?
Let's see. Ooh, can I,
What was
so
that?
does that mean I can, it says that,
You can make the ship superior for a session, basically giving it a blue dice for everything piloty it does.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Okay, so you got that engine tuned to a sweet, sweet micro pulse.
Wow.
And as a little tear runs down my face because I know that we're gonna fuck it up. But I love what I did.
You totally know that the engine is purring better than it's ever purred before, and you know someone's gonna fuck it up.
Hey, I try not to, but...
Wow. I just found a
Smugglers gotta smuggle.
Exactly.
Okay, so Alina's gonna...
Gotta keep this ship flying. Just, we gotta pay for all the...
Crack cocaine.
The spice.
We haven't taken any spice in a while.
So, Alina, as you're meditating on the ship, give me a discipline check.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so where do I do a discipline check from?
Skills.
Probably from your character sheet.
Madness. Discipline check. There we go.
So you have some good meditation, but no, insightful flashes from the Force.
Okay.
The Force ain't talking.
The Force is like, you've seen some shit, dude. You've seen some shit.
You recently were in a very bloody fight and got torn up pretty good. You just focus on you for now.
And then your old the pingings of an old friendship. You remember meditating together as Padawans. So it keeps distracting you, thinking back to that crappy planet where where he's at.
Yeah.
The Force works in mysterious ways. Okay, so what is Zarek doing?
Well, wherever the boss is, so following her around.
Where Uma goes, the Zarek doth follow.
And then thinking about vicious or serrated edge on the vibroax would be awesome. Adds a vicious 1 to the vibroax.
Ooh.
Which is already vicious 3.
That is pretty nasty.
Vicious 4.
Whew.
Yeah. So yeah, if we're going to a party, I'm like just kind of dreading it, gambling under my breath.
Like, what is she getting me into now?
Just kind of standing there making lurch, like little grunts and groans.
Do I have to? Nobody likes watching a gank have to whine. Whimper, whimper.
Gotta be on my good behavior again.
Okay, so how dressed up is Uma getting for this party?
Well, I would have asked what the dress code was.
Pretty much along the lines of that last party.
Okay, I'm wearing that fancy, schmancy, beautiful, expensive dress of mine.
You mean you're being seen in the same dress twice?
Yeah, I'm not going to go out and buy a new one.
Okay, so and the plan is you guys are going to be selling your extra meat, right?
Yes.
Yep.
She will gladly buy the extra nerf from you guys. So that's going to give you guys, wow, that's a pretty decent haul. That's 2,000 credits for each of you.
Wow.
So how much did we get for her? I mean, from her for the original order. Because I'm adding it to my character sheet notes. I'm just going to start keeping the notes there.
Okay, let me pull up my notes real quick. So, dun, 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 dun. Sorry, I've got like 3 different pages of notes. There we go. That's the notepad I'm looking for.
Because I negotiated quite well, but I can't remember what the...
On the plus side, since you negotiated well with the ranchers as well, that even doubled your money even more.
Mm-hmm.
We're just good.
You came out ahead in many places. So with the original purchase, you're making 3,500.
So we got 3,500 for
profit after paying for the nerf.
Sorry about that. Let me mute.
A1 cousin.
and then an additional 2,000.
2,000 each.
Ooh.
Because we each had a crate, so yeah.
Yep. And she paid you an extra $1,050 for being there early. And because she likes you.
So then it was basically from her 4,550 profit, and then each of us got an additional 2,000.
2,000 for your share of your each getting a cargo crate. So nerf herding has been very profitable for y'all.
No doubt.
I mean, the fact that you literally got it delivered there farm fresh.
Okay.
And it was safe.
Where are you? Items, probably.
As Alina's looking for something on the ship.
No, I'm looking on the character sheet trying to find where the hell does cash go.
On the very first tab.
Yep.
I thought so.
Top right side.
I'll find it.
It'll be on character info.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, that's yeah, right there where it's currently 0. All right, much better.
Are you changing my...
I was sneaking in your character sheet.
Got caught.
Busted.
Go ahead, do what you need to do. I'm doing some hand stitching while we're doing this.
I was just flipping around. Okay, so Uma, you got your Zarek all dressed up? You used your +1.
He always looks good.
Yes, I clean up as much as it can clean up.
Okay, so of course, you guys, we see the screen swipe here as Zarek is very upset about being forced to escort you for your own protection. But he knows what'll happen if you're not escorted.
Right.
I could get kidnapped again.
He knows for a fact it's better to just go with you and not have to hunt you down later.
It saves time. You don't have to commute to rescue me.
Yep.
Very, very true. Okay, so, screen swipe of you guys getting into a really nice vehicle that's there to pick you up. The driver's got the little sign that says Uma. Uma +1. So, of course, you get screen swiped and, the driver, of course, asks if you want the scenic route or the quick route, depending on if you want to show up on time or fashionably late.
Fashionably late.
So, of course, he takes the scenic route, showing you all the great scenes. Even does a quick, slow, circular drive-by of the Jedi Temple. Sadly, abandoned. But still looks, impressive nonetheless.
Wait, last time we were here, it wasn't abandoned. It was under high security.
Well, that's what I mean by abandoned.
Okay.
No cool Jedis doing exercises and stuff, No, it's all locked down.
So sad.
It's very, very sad. So, of course, you end up at the party. It's a new location you haven't seen before. It's these beautiful floating gardens on these little hover platforms that have a waterfall that connects from one to another. It looks all pretty, super, super ritzy.
Fancy.
You guys feel immediately, underdressed and out of your element as you're seeing all these fancy people.
Oh, I never feel out of...
Now, do either of you have any weapons on you, especially the visible type?
Holdout pistol.
And where is your holdout pistol?
Wouldn't you like to know?
So are you going to hide your said pistol?
Yeah, I mean, a girl can't be too careful.
Okay, go ahead and give me either
I have a tendency to attract trouble, shall we say?
Give me a deception or a stealth. I mean, there's no weapon
Are you
scanners,
finished with
but
the tab that you left my character on?
Yes, I'm finished on your character tab.
Okay. All right, just wanted to make sure. Let me switch over.
And I'll have
Okay, so
my
deception or
stealth. Depending
Okay,
on how on either if you're hiding it with stealth or if you're being very, strategic in where you're hiding it.
I'm gonna do it with stealth since that's my higher one. You ready?
Yep. Okay, so you hide it really well. Totally not going to tell you what those two thread are for until I use them. You hide it very, very well. It's just at that right spot where it's within a hand's grasp, but hopefully no hand should feel it if they check you for weapons, which they're not gonna.
If they're checking, they better be buying me dinner.
Okay,
and I will have my vibro knife that's not hidden, but it's in just kind of tucked away, but not like it's trying to be hidden, but not in clear open sight.
Just out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so go with your stealth or deception for keeping it just out of sight. Not that you're trying to hide it anywhere, but you're strategically placing it somewhere.
The right twist or turn it might kind of show a little bit, but All right.
Okay, so merely a point of strain to represent the stress of a gank at a social gala. But needless to say, it's hidden quite well.
Nobody wants to get that close to him.
Nobody wants to part the fur.
Not if they're wise.
I mean, it's one of those, it's like, don't want it like blatant, but I mean, I'm a gank. Like, who's going to suspect the gank doesn't have some kind of weapon on them?
The gank is a weapon.
We know the gank's packing something.
That's why I kind of brought the knife, because just distract them.
This way, maybe they won't notice your repulsor fists.
Or just the rest of me as a weapon. Who knows? Like, oh, we got his weapon. He's safe now.
He's been disarmed. What's that on his fists? I don't know. I don't wish to ask.
I had an injury. I had to get my, robotic hands. I didn't have money. They're cheap.
So when you get to the party, Uma, since I'm assuming you're taking the lead here with Zarek being your backup, literally.
Mm-hmm.
Whereabouts are you heading at the party at first?
Well, let's see. First, is there a specific bar, or is it just people going around with beverages?
So as you look out on the platform, you realize there's 4 tiers to these floating platforms that kind of keep rotating. And you notice, obviously, they're in some kind of pre-programmed pattern because the waterfalls seem to rotate just right from one island to another as they all move in unison. But you definitely get a sense as you roll me a perception. See how I did that? Of there seems to be some kind of social divide on the layers. You see, like the stable platform that's at the bottom that doesn't move seems to be the more working class folks that are here. Probably the plus ones that were brought along as just a plus one and not meant to hobnob. The droid assistants are left on this level. And there's these little tiny pods that are basically droid pods that come up and down from layer to layer if you'd like to change levels.
Yeah, I would like to change levels.
So you kind of, you get up there and this little pod, it's, this little pod type droid. Basically, it's just a flat platform. It's only about 4 foot wide. So you want to kind of watch your step when you step on it. Don't worry, he's totally programmed to keep you from falling off. and there is enough room for 2 people to cozily get on the platform.
Okay.
I will assist her on.
Okay, so one of you guys give me a coordination with assisting the other person and a blue dice.
What's your coordinations, Eric?
I'm looking. I am 4 green.
Okay, I'm slightly better then.
Okay,
so I'm 1 yellow and 3 green.
Okay, so he's adding a blue. So you have 2 blues and your coordination.
Okay, so are you going to add the blues?
Yep, I got the blues.
You ready?
Yep. As needless to say, the wind is blowing just right. Zarek looks awesome. Uma looks awesome when the droid is puttering you up there with the little. So, what would you like for those advantages? You guys are being super coordinated together and in tandem.
I would like to give Zarek, well, the next one of us to go, or like to do a roll. Well, both of us to get a blue. Hold on, I'm full on strain, right?
Well, for 3 advantage, you can give somebody an upgrade.
Well, then I'm going to give Zarek an upgrade.
Nice.
Or whatever his next roll is.
Okay. So you guys get up to the second platform and you realize this is where the, lesser money is. There's a bunch of different people hobnobbing, but it seems like this is mostly the think of it like the stock brokers level, where there's the people who've earned their money, but not like stupid rich people. And you can totally tell their clothes have a little bit of more of adornment. There's a few gaming machines up here that they're playing to kill time. There's some hollows showing different races going on across the galaxy.
Ooh.
Well, we got to go farther up because I'm stupid rich. I have 2K in my pocket. Hell.
I got some money.
But if this is where all the sporting stuff is, or the gambling.
Well,
might be more
oh man.
Not right now.
And Uma comes back with no dress and no credits.
Oh. Okay. Our host is on the top.
She is hobnobbing at the top level. Yep.
Yeah, we'll go up and pay our respects.
Okay, so you go to the next droid platform. No need to make a coordination roll because this one's really nice and it's got this beautiful arm rail. So you can, basically the people that they're afraid wouldn't physically be able to float on this platform, they don't have to worry about it. This platform is super stable. And it and brings you on up there. Okay. And as soon as you step off, you guys get the feeling of here is where you're starting to feel like you belong. Because you're looking around and you're seeing the old money, you're seeing bodyguards, you're seeing the polite security droids, which, they're made to look like fancy protocol droids, but you totally know they're sporting a blaster.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that the platform that's hovering above them is clear on the bottom. So you can literally look up through the platform and see the people up there. Mainly reminding these people they're just close, but there's still a glass ceiling over their heads.
Right. You can look, but you can't touch.
So close.
Through that, so I'm going to touch.
Okay, and of course, as you get there, the little droid, you're going to try to go to the next platform.
Well, is that where our host is?
Yep, that's where your host is.
Yep.
Okay.
It's polite.
And you kind of go up to the next little droid, and it hesitates to open the gate on its rails to let you on, and it does this little boop boop beep boop 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 boop. As you can totally tell, it's basically asking for permission, and then all of a sudden it gets the beep boop, and it opens the doors up to let you guys on board.
Damn Skippy.
It's not made for just anybody. And then it kind of takes you up there, and as soon as you get close to landing at that platform, immediately you hear the Uma, darling! And you look up and see that she's already walking your direction, almost like one of her earrings is probably a communications device. And the droid
what
has
was her name
told you.
again?
You can call her Sonda.
Sonda.
She wants you to call her
Sonda.
favorite nickname. As she goes, Uma, my darling, and your beautiful manservant.
Well, I just had to come up and tell you how fabulous your party is.
Oh, it is more than fabulous, and I have to. And she like turns around and does this little moment where she tries to get everyone's attention. She says, "I have to personally thank you for the Nerf tartar is divine." And she like snatches a piece of food off one of those little hover serving droids and immediately eats it, and then thinks, for a second, snatches the second one to hand to you, and it's a little some kind of bread with some Nerf meat on it, raw, of course. Nerf tartar.
Yeah.
Well, you have such discerning tastes. Of course, I could not disappoint.
And she gives you the pleasantries of the kiss on the cheeks. As she then turns and says, and I must let all of you know, Uma is her own captain of her own fleet of ships, and she alone guaranteed that this Nerf meat and she kind of gives you this exaggerated winky wink, from a special resource that we've used ourselves, was fresh as if it was still on the hoof this morning.
As a matter of fact, it was.
And if any of you are wanting to pry my secrets of where I get my Nerf meat, Uma is the one you want to talk to, not me. Because I don't give my secrets away. And of course, you can totally see she's playing the grandiose princess, queen of her party.
Yes.
As she does this whole politely pulls you aside, by the arm and, says, walk with me, darling. And she basically kind of slowly walks around the platform, making sure people see you. And she basically wants to know if anything interesting happened on your trip.
Well, I will, in vague but dramatic, tell her that there was an uncanny beast that was actually raiding those lovely Nerf herds. But we took care of one of them.
Oh, that's ghastly. I'm so glad that you took care of things.
But of course.
And you had no problem getting back? I mean, I've heard Republic customs can be difficult, but I made sure to pad their pad with extra credits just to make sure that they wouldn't look at you twice.
Oh, never you mind about that type of thing. I'm quite well situated.
Oh, that's excellent. And your ship had no difficulties?
No. Well,
now give me a
perception
check.
Perception. She's the fucking Sith.
What are you talking about? No.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You rolled a despair.
Well, that was something else I was rolling.
Fuck, so did I.
You rolled a despair.
I don't perceive anything.
So
this is a really good drink.
As you basically start to tell her that you had no issue, she kind of gives you this tisk look, like that overprotective auntie that sees through all of your lies. And I
don't want to burden her with.
And she basically says, no, please, darling, let me know. I want to make sure that I help you succeed in your profession. There's not enough women entrepreneurs like you and I in this galaxy.
You are so correct on that.
And she kind of gestures, very flamboyantly to the side of, and besides, one of my little whispers, and she kind of points over and you see this kind of Weasley guy who happen to roll his despair, and you can. Zarek totally sees the Weasley guy checking both of you ladies out. That was
Wait.
his despair. And she just says, he told me your ship was having some engine problems when you landed.
Oh, nothing to be concerned about. Every once in a while, things like that happen, but we are taking care of it.
Are you sure, my dear? Because if you happen to be grounded, I could still find gainful employment for you if that's what you're looking for.
On the planet?
On the planet. I'm sure you have lots of skills that could be used on the ground.
Well, I will have to double check with my man fixing the shit, just doing the maintenance as to how long he would require. How long would you require?
Well, it all depends on what kind of work you're looking for.
Well, I'm versatile.
Oh, that you are, darling, that you are. As she pets your hand and continues walking around introducing you to people. As you basically get the idea that, like every other group, she's introducing you slightly different. And when she pulls you aside, she just says, I hope you don't mind I exaggerate a little. It's always curious to see what rumors I hear come back about people.
Huh. It's interesting is that you're not that far off on some of those exaggerations.
So, Uma, are you behaving yourself on beverages, or are you accepting beverages as she provides them?
Well, considering as just I don't want to, I'm imbibing, yet I'm not overdoing.
Okay, because you'll notice for someone her age and size, she does drink quite a bit. Of course, then again, she could be a lifetime imbiber. So give me a resilience check. And also, Zarek, what about you? Are you drinking anything, or are you just following along doing your bodyguard duty?
I'm just doing my duties.
Okay.
Probably,
well, wish me luck.
And
looks like
Zarek,
I'll probably be carrying her back.
oh,
Yep, you're gonna be carrying me back.
So go ahead and take 4 strain for the beverages, because they're really getting you a little tipsy. But then again, she's liking you a little tipsy because, she thinks you're fascinating, and a little tipsy's a good thing. And she just wants to know what type of work it is that you're looking for.
Profit.
Profit is what we all look for. I mean, it's either profit or pleasure. Everything else is not worth spending time or money on.
Well, my resilience is down, so
No, she means she's looking for a profit.
Oh. Tell me, do you have a soothsayer? I'm in the market for destiny.
Dun 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 dun. Take one of these and call me if you wake up in the morning. You may go on a spirit quest.
You're in the market for destiny. Is she cute? Is she single?
Oh, she's just a child.
She's a he, and she thinks you're fantastic.
Wonderful. The line is wonderful.
I know, but I gotta change it up, Spice Pirate. So she seems genuinely interested in what kind of work you're looking for.
Well, we tend to stick with more transportation.
Are you looking to
moving of goods?
So what kind of goods would you like to transport? I have many friends here, as you can see, and all of them do many things. As you can see, there is Don. He is of the Corsovans, and many of them are still practice the spice trade. And of course she says it like, ooh, the spice trade. In fact, if you need some spice, he has a little tin box in his one pocket. You can always ask him for some.
Well, that's very kind. I as a Rothian, I do, being from Ryloth, I am not actually fond of spice.
That is completely understandable. I prefer wine as well, and she clinks glasses and gives you some more wine because you're slightly loopy.
Mm-hmm.
Yay, resilience is the dump stat. No one ever puts points in resilience until they learn they need to.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course...
Well, considering my brawn's not like the highest.
And that's why he doesn't drink. So she basically is guiding you amongst her. She goes down to the next platform to do her routine and meet people and introduces you. And of course, at one point she's like, she is a Rylothian descendant of the royal family. And one person is just like, there's a Rylothian royal family? There must be. She said so.
Who knew?
I'm glad I'm wearing a mask or a helmet.
And of course, she pats you on the hand and wants to know, so what kind of cargo would you like to carry? Or would you prefer, not going through my channels and finding something through some illicit channels?
Well, let's just say there are certain attentions I would like to avoid right now, if at all possible.
Are you attempting to avoid those Jedi? We all know that they're warmongers.
Well, any of the Force at this point.
The Force, the only Force I trust in, is the one that my credits exert when I move them around the markets.
I just don't want any, pesky people looking into my business.
Oh, that is completely understandable, my dear. But again, what kind of would you mind if I make some recommendations, or would you like me to keep my busybodiness out of it and enjoy another Nerf steak?
No.
And she gives you a delicious kebab.
Yeah. I would be happy to hear your suggestions.
Well, are you wanting to stay to the inner rim, the mid rim, or going out to the outer rim?
Well, probably want to go. I would like to be the mid and out, if at the moment.
Are you preferring to stay to the Republic space for its eloquent shipping lanes and safer approach, or are you looking to live on the wild side?
Oh, I do not mind the wild side one bit.
Oh, how adventurous. And she comes over and she talks, there's some Bith at the party, and she introduces you to them, and lets you know that they're into shipping ventures. And she basically says, oh, pardon me a while I have to attend to another guest. And you see a guest, kind of very, very robust gentleman with some graying in his temple, getting a little loud with his glass of liquor that he is basically apparently showing how he sword fought during the war. And she basically excuses herself to go shoot down the problem before it's a problem.
I make sure I check on Zarek.
Well, he's sticking right behind you, right?
I know, but I'm checking in with them.
I'm a comfortable distance, off of her, but yeah.
Okay, and of course, the Bith with their big foreheads and their big dark eyes, and they're talking in Bith until they realize that you probably aren't picking up on it, and then they switch over to Common and
Well, that's polite.
Start talking about This is the first time that they have ever seen a gank, and one that's not part of a squad. As one of the guys kind of chokes back the word death.
Well, it's like, well, then lucky you.
What?
I nodded at them.
As they just kind of like feel all impressed that they're standing this close to a gank and not backing off. You know, it's amazing the beings that you run into at these parties. So, I heard you were responsible for delivering this amazing nerf in no time at all across the galaxy.
Yes, me and my crew.
You must have a spectacular crew. I myself.
I do, as I pat Zarek on the arm.
I myself.
I have a very talented crew.
That is good. I myself have 3 starships.
3.
Take a mental note who we're robbing.
Yeah. May I ask what type of ships?
They are all pleasure craft that I allow my various family members to use from time to time.
How very generous.
If I may be so bold as to ask, how were you able to get so much nerf meat here in such a quick time and still have it so delectably fresh?
Oh, it's a trade secret.
Ah, you're a shrewd businessman. Wise to carry a gank companion and shrewd to keep your secrets close to your chest.
Yes.
What type of business is your next venture going to be in?
Well, that is not quite determined yet.
How so?
I haven't decided what job I'm going to do next. I'm open to suggestions.
Ah, so what spheres of influence does your fleet normally work in?
Well, I really enjoy taking small scale individual assignments rather than sending multiple ships.
Ah, you prefer...
I'm very hands-on. One of the best pilots in the galaxy you'll find.
Ah, a pilot who likes to get her own hands dirty at the helm, I see. No wonder why you have a bodyguard to keep you safe when you're out and about.
Well, girl has to be careful.
And as you're getting kind of sloshy with that despair there, as you kind of
What? I'm not drunk.
Is there anything that Zarek's doing to keep her from saying too much?
Yeah, probably. If he seems to get too far, I'd probably interject to offer a new drink where I would probably grab a non-alcoholic drink as it goes by to hand to her.
I'm fine. I'm all good. It's a party.
But not making any scene that is a non-alcoholic drink, but just kind of like, oh, here, let me get you a fresh one.
You hand it to her, she takes a sip, and she's all, boy, they really watered down these drinks.
Yeah, but am I too far gone to notice?
After a while, you burn out those taste buds.
Wow, it really goes down smooth.
And as they seem to be very entertained by you, by the way.
Well, I'm very pretty.
Well, there is that.
I'm also very smart and witty.
Yes,
I'm
very
so
rich.
witty. So hiccup.
As they ask, when about are you planning on leaving the sector?
Oh, no firm plans yet. Soon. I have to take care of some minor repairs. on my favorite ship. But other than that, I'm good to go.
And they kind of like they're giving each other, a look.
Do they seem fishy?
Are you interested in peering as deep as you can into their? I
Oh
will
yeah.
gladly take a perception or vigilance.
Let's see. Let's go with probably vigilance because my perception is not as good. So yeah, vigilance, and I get an upgrade
You get an
because
upgrade.
of earlier.
Yep.
Remember?
That beautiful entrance.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
Let me know when I'm ready.
And I will even give you a blue because Uma makes a good distraction while you're being vigilant.
Yep.
Okay, go for it.
All right.
So you see that when the three of them start talking, they have a agenda. And then finally, he turns around to Uma, and of course, waving to the serving drawer to come with some fresh drinks so he can offer Uma a drink to toast to a business proposal. For he has a possible job for you.
Oh, he does he?
Yes, yes. This would be a very simple thing to do of moving some, basic foodstuffs and some luxury goods along with a representative of our consortium to one of the outer rim planets.
A representative, huh?
He will be
I
there.
don't like passengers.
He will merely be there to make sure the cargo is unmolested.
Are you impugning my standards?
I kind of growl a little bit at that comment. It's kind of under the breath.
No offense to your crew. He would merely be there to make sure that any of these, Republic inspections go through with no problems, to make sure none of the cargo containers are opened.
And how much would you be offering for this?
As he basically says, and you said normally you don't do passengers, so you would require an additional fee, yes?
Yes, I would.
And he turns around and one of his assistants whips out the little data pad out of nowhere like a good assistant. And he basically says, so we have, it would be one metric of foodstuffs and 5 metrics of luxury goods. And the location would be in the outer rim. And he basically, his assistant blaps out some coordinates. If one of you would like to do an astrogation check.
Okay, let's see here. Mine's astrogation is probably going to be a wee bit better than.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you ready?
I got 2 green, so yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. I actually get a blue dice for mine.
Do you?
Yeah, remember I said that. Oh no, that's right. I gave him the. No, I said both of us get.
Well, 3 advantage would be an upgrade.
Okay, that's right. I gave him the upgrade. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
So you hurt your brain a little bit remembering.
Yeah, things are a little foggy, but I think I got it.
And so you take a point of strain from the fuzziness. As you're like, those coordinates, I know those coordinates. I've put those coordinates into a box before.
And what do I recall about them?
You know that the planet is Ashes Re. It's a forested planet in the Outer Rim territories. It's basically, it's got a trading outpost next to a Jedi temple.
What was the name of the planet? Could you spell it?
Sure, I'll actually put it in the chat for you. It's ASHASREE. 2
This
words.
wasn't where we were taking a certain crystal, was it?
No. You were taking it to a planet, planet called Yavin, to one of the moons.
Okay,
was where that was supposed to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't know what happened.
And so it's in the outer rim. Do I recall anything else about this planet?
You remember that it's breathable.
It's breathable.
And it had a open trading post.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna roll outer rim. Can't hurt to try. Knowledge.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Woohoo!
Let me add some purple to that.
I was about to say.
Unless you want to re-roll the whole thing.
I don't recall anything specific beyond that then.
As you take another point of strain. Here, I thought you think you remember something about flying glowy bugs.
Flying glowy bugs.
I'm like, so is this a discrete transportation?
Well, yes and no. Yes, we would like this to be held very discreet. We will bring over the foodstuffs and luxury items, which are mostly musical related. My family sell hollow discs of music performances as one of our more profitable jobs, as once you do the performance, you can re-record it on disc and sell it to many, many places. And in this time of the post-war reconstruction, people need distraction.
Sure.
It's porn.
Yeah.
Bith porn.
That the
food
Republic
stuffs.
wouldn't care for? Or what are we? What period are we? I forget.
This is right when the Sith Empire and the Republic made peace by kicking all the Jedi out of the Republic.
Okay. So it's this stuff that, like, the Republic wouldn't care for? The tunes?
No, the music stuff, if it's just music stuff, it should be completely legit. And he's willing to hand you the data pad so you can read the invoice.
Okay.
What do the foodstuffs require anything specific?
Any special handling?
No, they are long-term storage foodstuff. They're protein bars. Good for off-world trade because they pack all the vitamins and nutrients anyone could need on the outer rim. And of course, you see this little power bar commercial of you eat one of these bars and it's good for the day. 100% of your daily nutrients for 96 different species. And my nephew Chick will be the one that will come along to guarantee the delivery as well as be offloaded on the planet. And since how many days would the trip normally take? And the guy pops up on his data pad and types it in there and says it should be a 7-day trip. Since I know, and I apologize if you were to take the contract, as you see the other guy's fingers kind of hitting his data pad pretty hot and hard, like he's writing the contract. I would be willing to pay you an additional 500 credits, as well as 50 credits a day for the trip, however long it takes, to get him to the planet.
And what is the average time to get to the planet again?
According to our records, currently it would be 7 Central World days in hyperspace.
Okay, so 50 credits a day plus 500 extra for the passenger. What's he charging, or what's he offering for the cargo?
And he hands the data pad over, and you notice for the 1 metric unit of the foodstuffs, he's offering you 1,750. and a similar amount for the entertainment materials, which is, by the way, about 5 times more space it'll take up than the foodstuffs.
The entertainment stuff takes up more than the.
Well, drums aren't small and stuff, you know.
Well, that is true. So you said 1,750 for the food, and 1,750 for the other cargo. So plus 500 for the passenger. Okay, so that's 4,000, and then roughly.
I listed the prices out in the chat, by the way.
Okay, all right. So possibly another 350 credit. Well, depends on how many days.
And of course, if you would like to purvey yourself of any of the recordings, you could gladly make copies for your ship, for your crew, for entertainment purposes. As like the other two guys nod and they're yes, because obviously you're getting the feeling they burn CDs all the time. Well, yes.
So basically just a delivery. Okay.
Just a delivery.
Yeah. So and of course I'm intoxicated. I'm gonna say when did you want to I'm gonna ask him when he wants to basically leave.
Merely give us a nice window, and when our courier arrives, that would be the time for you to depart.
I take it your other 3 ships are all tied up and out and about?
Oh yes, currently I've loaned one to my niece for her wedding. The other one my mother is currently using on a vacation trip, and the third I've sent 2 of my wives off to get some away time from me. It will be very expensive when they return.
He just doesn't want his actual family name involved in this. Okay. All right. I think that can be arranged.
Very well, very well. So I will. Where are you currently docked? I can have the provisions dropped off anytime, and then when my courier is ready for the trip, he will arrive and be ready to depart whenever you are. Of course, after this evening's festivities, of course. You are practically, after all, the guest of honor, as you alone brought the rare Nerf Tartar.
So, question: the dock that we're in, is there multiple docks around a central hub of some kind, or?
Yeah, it's sort of like a Ustoric kind of, hangar setup. So there's like 3 hangars in a triangle shape. So each of you guys have your own privacy in your hangars, but there's a central lift through the towering building that goes up like a good 50, 60 floors.
Okay.
So there's lots of coming and goings at any one time.
Right. Any like outside, like right nearby, like storage or facilities or anything like that?
Yeah, and there's facilities where you can have the cargo unit actually brought to you guys, and then the cargo unit will be put in storage. Like a cube.
I'm wanting it delivered somewhere like really close so that we can bring it to the ship ourselves without giving them the exact ship information.
Okay, I mean, if you're willing to rent a space.
Yeah. I mean, just need it for a few hours or whatever, but I would rather not give them the exact ship dock information.
Just give them the ship dock. What's the worst case scenario? They attack the ship? Yeah.
So the question is, does that mean that you're going to get on a data pad really quick and go rent one, or are you going to contact your crew to do that?
Well, we got time before they're delivering. When are we leaving? How many days?
Just when they got their shipment ready. But we just have to tell him that once I'll give you the clearance once I have confirmation that my repairs have been completed.
Excellent, excellent. Here, would you like my contact information? And he like whips his data pad out to bump your data pad, so your data pads can make nasty.
Oh God.
Do you let him bump your data pad?
Oh, I wish Yanong was here. Yeah, I'm drunk enough to do it.
Okay, she takes out her data pad from her clutch.
Of course,
and
I'm going to have him inspect my data pad
upon return.
Exactly. Make sure he's not trying to also.
Okay, so you guys bip data pads and exchange HoloNet information.
You
remember. And he proceeds to wave.
You bump data pads, you could get a virus.
I mean, you don't know which data pad's going to be the one that have to give birth. As he immediately pulls over one of the serving drones to have everyone have a round of beverages because we must celebrate. As he hands one to Zarek and hands one to Uma, and says, "Cheers to a successful entrepreneur partnership."
Cheers.
As he takes the long sip and says, "This is the first time I've ever worked directly with a princess."
Just grin under the helmet.
Well, this is just a day evening of firsts for you, isn't it?
As we find out Janong's the princess.
Boom.
Can never tell with the flap. Reptiles. Okay, so what do you guys do at the rest of the night of the party?
Well, I'm probably getting. I don't want to get too drunk.
Late.
Too late.
Well, then why don't you give me
we
another...
We should probably leave early.
I was going to say, she gets much farther. I kind of suggest we have preparations we might want to start in this case. We've done our perfunctory duties.
It's always, it's always better to leave early than to be the last one to leave.
Yes, you look much less desperate and like you're actually in control of things.
Exactly.
So give me another resilience check there, Uma, as everyone wants to give the guest of honor drinks. There's nothing worse trying to leave a party when everyone wants to give you one last beverage.
Okay, resilience. All right, here we go. Oh.
So by the time Zarek gets you in the vehicle as you're passed out...
Giggle.
As Uma looks adorable, schnookered. So is there anything Zarek wants to do now that Uma's pretty much out of commission in the back of the vehicle?
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, I meant, do you want to go check out something on the planet, was what I was referring to.
Oh, okay. I'm like...
Well, she is on the planet.
So, no, I will make sure we take her back direct to the ship.
Okay.
And I will carry her happy ass into the ship.
Okay, so you guys basically get back to the ship nice, safe, and sound. Uma's having a good time. She's ready to go flying right now, I'm sure.
Woohoo!
Just deactivate the gun pod and put her at the gunnery hatch.
I mean, at this point, if we have to, we'll have Kevorkian put her out for the night.
Yeah, say Kevorkian's making tisk tisk noises.
Give her just a little more something.
Is too high, human.
There's easier ways to poison yourself.
Twi'lek, yes.
There's far more efficient poisons if that's what you're aiming for.
Like, put her down for the night. For the night. The night.
Day, night, they're all one and the same. So Uma wakes up with a bit of a ouchiness to her head. Her Leku are talking too loudly. So what is you guys' plan in the morning as Janong has good news about the ship?
I want to be loud as fuck because I'm excited that I did a great job.
Oh, we know it's secretly because he wants to, make me suffer with my hangover.
That, and he knows you'll appreciate the engines being that well tuned.
I would.
They're running at that beautiful sweet spot.
I'm gonna ask Junong to check out my data pad to make sure everything's okay.
Go ahead and tell him about the news of the mission.
Well, I'm gonna tell him. I'm having him check out the disc. My data pad. Just and tell you guys about the job offer.
You guys got to make room for 60 encumbrance worth of cargo.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we're excuse me, Jesus. So I guess we're not going after the Sith, huh?
Nope.
You can always get lost along the way.
Did I forget something in my inebriated state?
Apparently.
He
apparently really didn't want to deal with the Sith. Oh, darn. I forgot.
Somebody doesn't want to bring the Empire down upon her.
But she's got a reputation to keep, so now she's got to take this, mission and fulfill it.
Actually complete a second job in a row.
What?
Madness.
I mean,
what was... the bar's dead.
Okay, so is there anything special you guys are doing?
I can check her data pad if she wants me to.
Yes, please. Better safe than sorry.
Such paranoia.
Mm-hmm.
I am one with the Force. The Force is with me. I am one with the
Force. It's the only way to make a Janong computer's role interesting.
All right. You ready?
Yep. So, needless to say, Janong has made sweet digital love to this datapad so many times. He knows it intimately inside and outside. I mean, the datapad literally says, "Oh, Janong, why so naughty?" As he's basically going through its RAM.
Why has it been so long?
So you know for a fact that her pad is safe. And you do know that he downloaded 3 contacts. Basically himself, his company's name, and a third contact who you don't recognize, because basically it's like a burner phone's HoloNet contact number. So it's totally meant for someone to contact her, but not her to contact them back, type of deal.
It's kind of fishy. Even with all that that beautiful, beautiful role, he can't find out who it is.
Well, he hasn't told me what he's doing with those 2 advantages in that beautiful, beautiful triumph.
True.
Yeah, I have no idea. So I was thinking I would want to find out who the burner is.
Okay, so for the triumph, I will let you turn a signal on to identify the burner. And give me a quick astrogation check, because you're getting coordinates on the planet.
On the planet that we're currently on?
Yep. That's a really good roll, Janong. What would you like for those advantage? If you trust me to give you something cool for 3,
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay? So for 3 of them, you're pulling up you ping the data pad and it replies back at its current location with this line of binary that you immediately type into your pad and it gives you coordinates on the planet and the crosshairs zoom in on this really bad 1970s style CGI map because Star Wars. And you're totally like scratching your head saying, what the hell is here? And immediately, since you're cashing in 3 advantage, if Alina wants to walk by, she
Sure.
can and know something.
Sure. I'll walk by.
Oh, by the way, the critical is on off the ship.
Yeah.
Yes, you have a blue to any piloting and maneuvering.
So how do I get it off my? I clicked it to off.
You want to heal it, not click it off.
Oh well, where's the heal button? Repair button.
Repair. There you go.
There we go. Okay, got it.
And as Alina looks by, all of a sudden she gets a flashback to back in the day when she was a young Padawan. And she was doing the Padawans, out and about at the nice few natural places on the planet where a Padawan can go and commune with nature and the Force. Even though the Force is everywhere and flows through all things, including, not nature. And when you see where he's at on the map, you immediately know that was one of the Jedi meditation locations. Basically, it's a biopark, but the Jedi regularly used it as a meditation location, where they would go with long communes with nature.
So I will point that out as I'm walking by. I'm looking over his shoulder. Oh, that's a Jedi meditation point. Are we going there?
You spent a lot of time there meditating?
A little bit when I was a Padawan.
That's interesting.
Why is that?
They're a part of these coordinates that I got from a burner, like phone call kind of thing.
Burner data pad.
Burner data pad.
That sounds ominous.
I mean, on the plus side, you do recall that biopark there is located not too far from a giant mall of Coruscant type of thing, where Padawans who want to get away could actually go shop or play video games.
So, basically, I mean, would it be that these guys are affiliated with Jedi, and that because of course they're want the discretion for delivering stuff because of course Jedis are kind of ousted right now.
Or the Sith know that the Jedi know that the Sith know that we know that they know.
Because we know that we're number one.
Don't you know?
Like the one cheer I remember from high school. Hey now, there's getting down a week.
Uma's still a little drunk. She's cheering.
Because when it comes to winning, we're second to none, and we know that we're number one.
You apparently had a sip of the bite of the hair of the
hair of the dog.
There was an open bottle just sitting there waiting for her in the morning.
Yep. So that she basically had a couple swigs and drunk again.
And it's funny because as she's doing her cheer dance, her who are moving in perfect unison. Only she doesn't know they're moving.
And then she gets a little too active, and it's like, oh, the head. Oh.
No, they're the Leckies is going repeating the cheer. Waha!
Just the tips. Too much not all the way, because otherwise, yeah, it'd be too painful.
Slight emphasis and not totally screaming in Leku. So what is your guys' plan? And remember, they are still waiting for a call to where to drop off the things.
Yep. I would suggest we set up to go ahead and have it dropped here then, and like at the time we're leaving. So it's like drop, load, go.
Well, now remember, they said the passenger will show up when he shows up, so that's the difficult part.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That we can load the good stuff up anytime, but he'll be showing up when he shows up.
Do we have a ballpark figure of when he's showing up? I mean, between this day and this day, or are we going to be sitting here for the next 6 months waiting for him to show up?
Well, if you contact them to drop off the first stuff, because remember, they're still waiting for that contact, they can probably give you a ballpark of like the next day or two.
I think we get that stuff loaded and call it a good time.
Yeah, get it doing.
Okay, let's contact them and let them know, hey, repairs are completed. When can we expect delivery?
And they'll get super excited and let you know that within the next 2 hours we'll have the first of the cargo units arriving. They will arrive a few at a time so as to not risk getting any tariff inspectors' attention, of course, mind you.
Of course.
The luxury tax being what it currently is.
We do have kind of a discreet hangar, so.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, after about an hour, one cargo container at a time starts trickling in with some delivery droids. None of them are but the delivery droids do have a data pad that they need Uma to sign with, a little face picture and a thumb mark.
Yeah. So I'm basically sitting at the base of the ramp, cleaning my rifle, my vibro axe. It's waiting for deliveries and stuff to show.
Okay, and it seems like the delivery droids pay no real attention to that because they're just dropping off and not picking up.
Dropping off or picking up.
Yep. That's fine.
So as soon as the last one gets there, you of course get a ping on the pad, and you get your down payment of 30%. As they just let you know now. Now, is your ship ready to take off at any time?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I will definitely make sure to let my courier know so that way he can, when it is at the utmost convenience for him, and he kind of rolls his black irisless eyes at that, to leave the planet and take care of business. As you guys pretty much are sitting around the table, tapping the table, killing time, throwing cards into the space helmet type of thing. Uma's datapad pings.
Okay.
And of course you get that unlisted number pop up.
The one that okay. I answer.
Is this Uma?
This is, and who am I speaking with?
You're speaking with Chick.
Fu Chick?
Yes, Fu Chick. I was looking to see if your crew could pick me up on our way off the planet.
Absolutely, we can.
Or if you require me to make my way to your hangar.
We'll come get him.
We'll come get you.
It just sounds more fun.
Assuming he's the guy with the burner phone, it's going to be at the Jedi meditation site too. So,
well, he may have moved since then.
That's true. He may have, yes.
As he's like, I will give you coordinates if you can meet me there in 2 hours.
Meet him where in 2 hours?
And he gives you the coordinates.
And where's that?
And will someone give me an astrogation to find out?
Chinong has the best astrogation.
And his
Anything
timing
with
was
brain work, yes.
his
Hope
timing
you're
was
ready.
perfect because I just finished the dice pool. So immediately, Janon kind of pops it in there, and he's realizing that where he's wanting to be picked up is basically like a you store it type of facility where ships are put for storage, and it's in one of the lower levels. It's in the lower 20s on the planet, which is not quite like bowels of the planet scum lords, but it's pretty shady part of town. It's not like you have to worry about getting shot at or gangs or anything. The cops still have a good solid presence. But it's just like cruising down the bad part of town. You don't want to stick around too long.
Okay.
I want to use my scanner on all the cargo stuff.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and give me a computers as you wave your scanner around.
Waving your scanner around like you just don't
Ooh.
care.
Try.
Wow.
Wow.
And lots of
Okay,
advantage.
so what would you like with those tons of advantage?
Everything.
Kind of. I mean,
8 of them. Jeez.
I know a lot of stuff about it.
So you're finding lots and lots of entertainment material, like they said, and musical instruments, like 3 of almost every kind of musical instrument packed away in there in storage. You find lots of really good, high density, nutrient protein bars. We're talking like the best survival bars out there. Sticking around on one of these cases, you could last quite a while just on these bars alone. Now, are you going to give me 3 advantage or a triumph for something?
You know what? I feel so generous because I have so many. I'll give you the advantages for whatever you want to give me and however many you want to take. I mean, technically, that's more than a triumph is worth.
Right.
Yeah, yep. Okay, so as you're scanning through there, and it's only because you know a Jedi firsthand, that all of a sudden you're looking and you're scanning, and your scanner's showing you all these different levels of, the different instruments and things as you're zipping through there. As you see a few things that look fishy in one of the instruments cases. And you, of course, go back and double check to make sure maybe this is like the tuning kit for the musical instruments. Because some of these instruments are pretty, like, high powered and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go back over it and you scan it again, you realize that the musical tuning kit is what you assume it is. Of course, that's what's listed on the manifest. Sure looks a lot like a lightsaber maintenance kit.
Mm-hmm.
I have one of those. Amazing. Okay.
I like how there's a little echo there.
Can I position Ed to like I want to instruct Ed that nobody goes near that one.
And he'll just totally put an arm on top of it. And by arm, I mean weapons arm.
Yeah.
And
that's a good idea.
In another box, you find a interesting little doll type thing. It obviously looks like a Bith, like some kind of Bith Buddha looking doll.
Therapy doll. Show me where the man touched you.
I was thinking you do a little ritual and then you poke it with a tiny lightsaber and someone.
And then boop. And as you're scanning it, you realize that one of the statue's little eyes, something's off on the crystal, and then of course you're scanning really intently. I mean, really intently. And you're realizing that the eye is in fact some kind of crystal.
Is it a Crate Dragon Pearl?
It is not as cool as the Crate Dragon Pearl, no.
Hey, there's a Jedi that might be able to help identify that.
Yeah, but then I have to open it.
a good point.
And for 3 of those advantages, I'll tell you what the chemical composition of the crystal is.
Okay.
Hold on, let me get out my gears and gadgets.
As you scan really intently, and the crystal kind of harmonizes with your scanner, and you realize that it is a Dentari crystal.
Ooh.
As you totally have no idea what that means, but you identify the type of crystal that it is. As I'm totally sure right now there's a Jedi looking that up.
You think?
There is.
Those crystals are found in the eggs of massive.
The eggs of massive what?
Arachnids. Huh.
Space damage to
So
7.
I'm guessing that
Reach 1.
I'm guessing that there's a saber that can be put together and all this stuff.
There's the equivalent of the lightsaber kit can be used to make a hilt, and that statue could be used to make a lightsaber, yes.
All right.
And you still have an advantage.
I
Mm.
don't have anything. I have no strain or anything. The next person that rolls gets a blue die.
Okay.
God.
Is that totally going to be Alina rolling on something?
No, that would just be coughing, but
It could totally be that Alina's curious enough to want to know where we're going.
Alina does want to know where we're going.
So I wanna ask Alina if she's ever heard of a Dentari crystal.
Yeah, it's a lightsaber crystal. It's pretty harmonizing. In fact, in game terms, it's not super powerful, but it does restore strain every time you use it.
Okay.
Or it makes a really cool jazz sound. You put it in a musical instrument and you make sweet, sweet jizz, as the Star Wars players say.
Oh, God.
Remember, it's what they call jazz in Star Wars. I'm not making that up.
It's not. He's
Yeah.
not disgusting. He's totally telling the truth.
Worst naming ever.
Doesn't make it better.
No, it
Right.
doesn't.
I gotta find it again. Where's the description for the crepe pearl? Because the description had one interesting little tidbit in there. Let me see here. Where are my crystals? Where'd they go?
Our poor Jedi has so many crystals floating through the air, she can't keep track.
Right?
Well, no, it's just I had the page a minute ago, and in the gears and gadgets, and then I closed the book, and now I'm sitting here going, where were the damn crystals again?
So if Alina would like to give me a Outer Rim knowledge roll,
You can do that.
and I will give you that Triumph upgrade that Janong was providing since he's listing off information.
Sweet. All right, so skills. Did we say outer rim?
Outer Rim, yep.
It's a whopping 2 greens. So let me scroll all the way back up and do one of these here.
Ooh.
Once you got that in there.
I got it in there for you.
All right, here we go. Hey, look at that. I got a Triumph too.
So take a point of strain, a single point of strain, as you hear the name of the planet, and you remember back that from your Jedi teachings that yes, there is in fact a Jedi temple on the planet. There is a remote trading outpost that is adjacent to the Jedi temple, which, as you recall from your knowledge with that triumph and goodness, that the temple and the trading outposts are the only civilization on the entire planet. And apparently, you do know for a fact from your Jedi lore that the Jedi temple that is there is actually built upon the ruins of a Sith temple.
Ooh.
Okay, so really quick, the Crate Dragon Pearl. These pearls can be worked into powerful lightsaber crystals, ones that produce an exceptionally savage and destructive blade that makes an unsettling howling noise when wielded. I'm going to melt your face.
Great. So it's noisy as shit. How nice.
Wom, wom.
Wait, let's see if am I probably gonna be dark side rugged. Oh no, it's changed, damn it. I hate when my lightsaber does that. There we go. I think the battery's dying. I need to charge it. It's been sitting there forever unused.
Yeah. So it basically though it sounds like what's this nuts is unstable crystal.
Yeah, where it's got that angry growl.
Yeah.
Yep.
More like a chainsaw, less like a Thanksgiving electric knife. So our Padawan gets the distinct possibility they could be visiting a Jedi temple.
Yep. That's exciting.
That is based on a Sith temple, but then again, that's a common practice for the Jedi. They like to well cap those Sith places.
Yep.
The best way to keep it from being used by a Darksider? Put a temple on top of it.
Yep.
Put an army of Padawans between you and it.
Exactly.
So the real cargo's the passenger, not the crap, and is what I'm seeing here.
I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't seen any
man.
skill rolls to make that leap of faith.
What are you metagaming it for, man?
So are we going to pick this dude up or what?
News, man.
Yeah.
Okay, and he gave you the coordinates and the time if you guys are ready.
Yeah.
Okay, so Uma, as you are flying the ship with its beautiful upgraded engine, which is giving you a blue dice to all your piloting checks.
Purring.
Like, wow.
Give me your piloting roll. You have to go down one of the tubes. There's these big round circle tubes. You have to stop and go straight down. Yeah, they're like 3 times the size of your ship, so it's fairly safe unless some asshole's being an asshole. But yes, I am ready.
Oh yeah.
See, it was all pure talent. You didn't even need those boosted engines. As you're going down the levels, and all of a sudden you're realizing that wow, this planet's not so pretty when you're below the surface, so to speak. And of course, the surface is like 3 miles above the ground.
Yeah, well, we've been below the surface.
And you kind of pull up to where you're there, and you see, it takes a few seconds, but this, Bith comes out and pulls back this, he's wearing a sports hoodie. Totally not Jedi robes. It's a sports hoodie. And flips the hood back, because of course with their big giant foreheads, their butt heads, it looks even bigger with the hoodie when he pops it back, and he waves. As he keeps looking at his data pad and realizing, yes, this is the ship. Do you open the ramp or come down to one of the walking platforms?
I'm definitely going to be going down one of the walking platforms.
I will.
I mean, are you going to it's an open area, so you're going to land, or are you going to just get close and he's going to have to jump up the ramp while you're still floating in the air? Okay, so you land and open the ramp, and he comes walking over, and he's just got, your typical spacer's, duffel bag.
And when he's within short range of me, I totally want to sense him.
Ooh. Okay, roll some force dice. Let's see what happens.
Let me scroll on down here and find my sensing. All right, yeah, so we'll use that one light It's everything within short range. And,
okay. So the important question is, who else is with Alina?
I am.
Okay, so what all is your sense power sensing?
So the user may spend light dark to sense all living things within short range, and also the current emotional state of one living target with whom I am engaged.
And who would you like to use that on?
Gee, I wonder.
Okay. As you immediately hear his surface thoughts roll over, he's just like, thank God, I'm finally going to get off the planet. My uncle and aunt will be safe. I was a fool for endangering them. I should not have come back to the planet. The temple is lost to us.
Ooh.
And you feel this like sad, sucking heart feeling of the temple is lost to us. But it would be good to get to the Outer Rim. And you just feel, this surface thought of rubbing his hip as almost like fondly feeling for something that should be there. But someone was made to disassemble it and hide it in storage.
How old's this kid?
Maybe 17.
Okay.
By Bith years. The human equivalent. As he looks very fresh-faced. Very innocent of the hardships of the galaxy.
How old are you?
Alina's in her 20s.
Now who's the master?
Yeah. Teach that young buck.
Maybe. See. So I have Alina listed as 23.
And he gladly, he introduces himself to everybody. He seems very, very open and, interested in getting the ship. And, he would like to inspect the cargo to make sure it's all there for his uncle. Yes, for his uncle.
Sure. Don't mind the droid with his arm on top of one of the crates. He's just keeping a watchful eye.
As he's not very deceptive at all. No, he doesn't have that ability. So who's got the best perception, Alina?
Why would you guess that?
Go ahead and roll your perception or a vigilance. I'm assuming perception's better. And apparently it's definitely better when Alina's making sure she's burning those light sides. Excellent. I'll have 4 dark side during the inevitable betrayal. You keenly notice that when this young Bith gets on board, he kind of eyeballs the 2 containers, one that has the crystal and the other that has the lightsaber maintenance kit. He walks over and kind of touches it, like he's reaching out with the Force to feel his lightsaber and make sure it's there. And reach out with the Force to make sure he can feel his crystal over there. And he's like lingeringly touching the crate, like he would love to open it right now and get to putting his things back together. As you're feeling the thought of the smooth, slick cylinder with the nice base wood made from the same wood that his father's jazz instruments made out of, because I just can't say jizz instrument when talking about a father.
Especially not a jizz instrument.
And he asks, as he's inspecting the cargo, air quotes, inspecting the cargo, how long will the trip be?
Well, it's expected to, this is the captain's job to answer, so
yeah,
we'll let the captain answer.
How long will the trip be?
Yeah, well, it's roughly a 7-day trip.
Yeah, well, it's going to be 7 days. We're going to try and make it shorter if we can.
Excellent. Did my uncle explain everything on of the cargo to you?
Basically, what we were told is that half of it would be a food stuff, half of it would be entertainment, luxury items, and then you.
Excellent. I just wanted to make sure he was honest and open with you.
Oh, he was. Wink.
Now, the question I have for Uma is, what were your surface thoughts when he asked you that?
Well, I haven't been told about this whole jet thing.
No, you haven't.
So I'm like, it's like, as far as I know right now, this is an upfront job. Just discretion is involved. So I'm thinking that part of the luxury materials is, yeah, probably not 100% legit, but I'm cool.
We get these things all the time.
Okay.
Like nothing. I'm like I'm used to little,
So, Janong, go ahead and give me your astrogation check as you're setting up the coordinates.
God.
You were fast on that, weren't you? I was expecting a "Are you ready?" as I was putting purples in. Do that again.
Sorry. You want me to do it again?
Yeah, roll again. There we go.
Is that better?
That's a little better. Okay, so what would you like to use those advantages for?
Yeah, let's just burn them when we get there a little bit faster.
Okay, so you're going to shave 20% off the travel time.
There you go. Oh.
Because, of course, Janong's better than that.
Better than any astrogation plotter person on this fucking galaxy.
Darn tootin'.
Okay, so Uma, you getting ready to take off positions?
Yep.
Okay, so you guys, you start flying up out of the atmosphere. The kid's excited. He asks if he can sit in the cockpit and watch.
Sure, why not?
I don't think he's gonna be bad.
I've got Reggie up there with me. The
Your astromech.
Yeah,
Well, if he asks and Uma has stated Alina, a little nod to Uma, yeah, just he'll be fine.
Okay.
Let's totally just keep Uma in the dark so she doesn't have to worry about slipping what she doesn't know.
Just out and say, "Oh, it's okay. He's a Jedi." I mean, I figured that if she sees me nodding my approval, she's going to know, okay, Alina's
okay. Yeah, obviously, Alina's gotten a feeling.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Wink, wink.
So, Alina, in that case, give me a deception if you're trying to convey a secret message to Uma without the kid seeing.
Oh, sure. Oh, I just clicked a little bit too high and missed the button. My deception sucks.
It's okay. Wow. The kid's awareness sucks even more. That's why I needed the dark side point. So, needless to say, Alina, you can convey to Uma whatever you would like to convey with advantages.
All right, so yeah, I will actually let Uma know that he's a Jedi.
Hey, that that you have Jedi training and history and stuff. I'm totally cool with it. I'm like, yay! And now if it was a Sith, that'd be a problem. Jedi, we're cool.
What? They're all the same religion.
Let me show ya.
So, are you saying anything to the kid?
Me?
Yeah.
Like,
Uma
buckle up,
kind of
kiddo.
covertly told you, so are you keeping it close to the Leku, so to speak?
Yeah, I mean, I am not gonna rat out a Jedi even to my, even in this environment. Not given the current climate.
Right.
Okay, so you let the kid in the cockpit, you have this like knowing smirk on your lips that you know something the kid don't know you know. Alina's just totally like, this is gonna be a good trip. You fly up and your positioning cue finally comes up to you of wide open space. You slide forward the hyperspace thing. Janong gave you the data coordinates you put in, and you guys blip into hyperspace. It's only going to be 5 days of hyperspace travel as the ship is flying in that hyperspace corridor.
I was waiting for the super to show up.
Dun 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 dun.
No.
Yeah. As we're leaving the system, I'll ask Janong to make sure that we don't have any kind of tracking on the ship.
Well, that was part of the scan check too, I think.
Yeah,
Possibly.
that he was scanning all the.
He was scanning every nook and cranny of the ship, just in case.
Okay, all right.
Especially
Okay,
when he
perfect.
found the spot where the tracking missile latched on, and then the fact that the panel broke off.
Yeah.
And he's like, and that's why the engine wasn't working right?
Yeah.
And
Good job, Janong.
as you guys go flying off to hyperspace, that's a good place to wrap it up there.
Awesome.
And you guys get 20 XP because, yes, you completed the mission. You made your customer very, very happy. She got to enjoy her little parading Uma around like crazy. And some birthday experience. And lots
So
of
10,
cash.
I already gave the 10, so 10 experience more.
Yep. You were already cashing in the 10.
Well, you said at the beginning, so I wrote it down already.
So
You're
30
adorable.
experience. Holy cow.
Yeah?
No,
It's total.
20.
Well, he's talking about his
Yeah.
total.
Right. 10 for the birthday, 20 for the mission, right?
Well, no, 20 total.
Yeah.
Oh,
See?
just trying. We're trying.
We're going to pick up Control Force Leap as a maneuver and extend the range on Sense.
Awesome. All right, and I am going to bid you all good night and have a good day.
Because it
Good
is that
night.
bedtime.
Good night. Good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow until.
And then the
Next.
question is, what interesting things will happen on a planet that only has a trading outpost and a Jedi temple over a Sith temple?
Right.
Over a Sith temple. Yeah.
Exactly.
And really cool glowy bugs that like the Force.
That sounds like fun.
Alrighty, guys, so we say that is a good place to wrap it up there.
Sweet.
All right. Later.
Alright,
Night.
good night, guys.
All right.
Right.